ఆడియో ఆన్ చేయాలి.
ఈరోజు 𝗬𝗃𝗃 గౌరవం ఇచ్చేటువంటి మరియు నల్గొండ జిల్లాకు స్వాగతం తెలియజేస్తూ మరికొద్ది నిమిషాలలో టాప్ జరగబోతుంది. వెల్కమ్ తెలుసా వెల్కమ్ టు
మ్యూజిక్ బంద్ చేయమని చెప్పండి కొంచెం. టాస్ అయ్యేదాకా మ్యూజిక్ బంద్ చేయండి.
Good morning, Nalgonda NTPC, 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 we are the 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 today Sunday and afterwards is the first morning match between Nalgonda and ADILABAD. Nalgonda captain
హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్. మొత్తం 29 జట్లు, 55 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 1, 10 జట్లు, 49 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 2. 2 ఫేజుల్లో కలిపి మొత్తం 104 మ్యాచ్లు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం మొత్తం మీద ఉన్న వివిధ మైదానాల్లో జరుగుతున్నాయి. టోర్నమెంట్ 22 డిసెంబర్ నుండి 17 జనవరి వరకు జరుగుతుంది. సుమారు 600 మంది ఆటగాళ్లు పోటీ పడుతున్నారు. హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్. హైదరాబాద్ క్రికెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్. తెలంగాణ క్రికెట్ జాతర ప్రారంభించబోతున్నాం. కాకా గడ్డం వెంకటస్వామి గారు తెలంగాణ ప్రజల కోసం తన జీవితాన్ని అంకితం చేసిన నాయకుడు, కార్మికుల కోసం పోరాడిన యోధుడు, సమాజానికి దిశ చూపించిన దార్శనికుడు. అంతేకాదు, యువత ఎదగాలని, క్రీడలు అభివృద్ధి చెందాలని కలలు కన్న మంచి మనసున్న మనిషి. ఆయన ఆత్మీయ సేవలకు గుర్తుగా ఈ రోజు మనం ఒక చోట చేరి కాకా వెంకటస్వామి మెమోరియల్ తెలంగాణ ఇంటర్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ T20 లీగ్ 2025 కాకా మెమోరియల్ క్రికెట్ టోర్నమెంట్ కప్ ని ప్రారంభిస్తున్నాం. ఈ డిసెంబర్ 22 ఉదయం 11 గంటలకు మన MDCA క్రికెట్ గ్రౌండ్ మహబూబ్ నగర్ లో ఈ గొప్ప వేడుక ప్రారంభం కానుంది. అక్కడి నుండి వరుసగా 29 నుండి 31 డిసెంబర్ 2025 హైదరాబాద్ లో, 2, 3 జనవరి 2026 కరీంనగర్ లో, 4, 5 జనవరి 2026 NTPC గోదావరి ఖనిలో, 6, 7 జనవరి 2026 సిద్దిపేటలో, 8, 9, 10 జనవరి 2026 వరంగల్లో.
Very happy morning all the viewers. We went deep into the crease and that's a good call. An immediate one from the non-striker, not to run for that. Good one to see from 𝗀𝗏, not letting the batsman to free his arms, and he bowled it exactly onto the stumps. Also good reading made by Jashwant. This cracked nicely, finds the fielder, it's long on. With this over
strong batting lineup, particularly their captain is in super form, 𝗏𝗏. Already he scored 2 half centuries in this tournament. At Hyderabad in the first phase and in Karimnagar in the second phase. A terrific batter. Even in the Hyderabad cricket leagues, he keep doing the best for his team. Intention is to flick it to the onside, but just missed the line. Another dot ball to the account.
Here comes Pranay into his second over. And Adilabad initially decided to bowl as they have won their previous 2 matches by chasing. So that's the reason they wanted to bowl first. And coincidentally, Nalgonda, the batting side, has won both the games batting first.
And they have a habit of putting a big total on the board while batting first and restricting the opponent for below that. Gently push to the point, reason for a single. Both the openers are having good understanding between them and a right call between them. They are sticking on to only one call, either yes or no. That is the basics in the cricket.
Of course. And Jashwant is someone who can be explosive. That huge 6 is the answer, is the live example for that. Went deep into the crease and this one played away, it's long on, that's taken. Maybe a 1-step carry, so it will be a single.
Short pitch delivery, not utilized well as he was.
That
But
could
of
have been-
course, they completed 1 run. Long way into the air for long on fielder. We are in the power play. One fielder waiting at the long on boundary and another one deep point, rather extra covers. Another single. Now this time it reaches the boundary. A nice flick.
The fielder can't reach there in time, the spectacular timing, and that's what we have been talking about. The pair of Manikiran and Jashwant Yadav can do that. Manikiran, the top scorer for Nalgonda, making 73 from 47 in their first game against Khammam, and the team has posted 223, which is till date the top score in the tournament.
Yes, 223 at Gymkhana grounds, Hyderabad, the Gymkhana grounds.
And I know you were there commenting on that match, and you
Yes,
enjoyed the
meantime,
match.
another big one, but this time straight into the hands. The earlier one gone 1 bounce, but this time the fielder making his availability, just coming forward and keeping the eye till the last minute and caught it very nicely. Invited to bat. Nalgonda lost their first wicket.
That's the idea of Pranay Matthews. He started to bowl short. Initially, I felt that was traveling as a wicket, but that came as a single. But now, the idea has worked. The long on fielder and the bowler bowling it short has really made the difference. Follow for wicket on the team score of 29. Manikiran departs on 16. He started well. The start is good, but the going finds a break. Pranay Matthews has been off the mark with that wicket.
could able to complete one run by the time square leg fielder fields it.
With this, over number 4 has come to an end and the team score moves on to 30 for the loss of a wicket.
A successful over after this 2 overs remaining in the power play. Coming back to that history of this NTPC ground,
Yeah.
even actually NTPC has sponsored in 2000 for Sri Lanka A team visited, where Chemindavas, Atapattu, Sangakkara all have played. His chase is not is continuing his form irrespective of the venue. Line straight onto the pads. Umpire has no hesitation. The Sandeep ruled him out LBW. So
that
now
would be
Nalgonda lost their second.
a big blow. Nalgonda could have added this pair. This pair can take away the game actually. So it will be
ఈ టీ20 లీగ్ లో మొత్తం 29 జట్లు 55 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 1, 10 జట్లు 49 మ్యాచ్లు ఫేజ్ 2, 2 ఫేజుల్లో కలిపి మొత్తం 104 మ్యాచ్లు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం మొత్తం మీద ఉన్న వివిధ మైదానాల్లో జరుగుతున్నాయి. టోర్నమెంట్ 22 డిసెంబర్ నుండి 17 జనవరి
Welcome back for the chase. This is KAKA Venkataswamy Memorial Telangana Inter-District T20 League. We are at NTPC Ramagundam, a beautiful venue, one of the historical venue in Telangana. As I mentioned in the first innings, NTPC witnessed so many stars playing here, and target is very low. 141 is the target for Adilabad.
and already they have been on the border runs as the boundary. Terrific placement. Short fine leg has been beaten up. The stop class start here by Mohammad Asfan. A boundary on the very first ball. They have
After
been
invited
chasing.
to bat, Nalgonda managed only 141. So that target will be 142. They started off with a boundary. A good opportunity for the Adilabad to get another victory against their name. Now these two teams are topping the table. So a good clash between these two.
We have got two fielders set. One standing at now the third man region, the other one at deep extra covers. Sensible flick connected for a single. Mohammad Asfan on twice occasions he has timed it right from the center. Akhil Sankoju
Sir.
has offered 6 runs of the first 3 balls. Chase
Platform set for Adilabad. They could not be in hurry because the target is below 150, just 142 required. Good run, nicely responded by his partner. The leg buys the first extra on the board.
It was on to the pads and half-hearted appeal by Akhil. We see that the target of 142 may not be tough, but it's going to be challenging as Nalgonda is spectacular in bowling.
Yeah, of course, 7 runs is also will be a challenging one. So if you negotiate the power play with tight bowling line and length, if equally supported by the fielders. If you restrict the opponent for just 30-35 runs in the power play, definitely the game will be more interested.
Brilliant stuff, this one. The balls are getting into the action and the umpire is not being moved. That is going to be a dot to finish.
After completing first over, 7 for no loss. If you look at the last ball of the last over,
With this, Adilabad have made 7 runs in the first over, 7 for no loss after the first over.
batsman played the ball. You look at that in the power front foot, using the crease and just stepping down the crease. So the impact almost 4 feet to the popping crease, and from then it is 2 feet, so 6 feet. Definitely will be given the benefit of doubt to the batsman. That's what the umpire Sandeep negative the appeal. Even nowadays, umpires have a good coordination. The square leg umpire will indicate the strikers and umpire, the bowlers and umpire, how far the batsman taking his strike from the popping crease, so that the strikers and umpire will get an idea where the ball pitches and how it is moving on. So even if you look at the DRS, if the batsman taking his strike beyond the popping crease line, the judging of the ball tracking will be difficult.
Now it is 𝗬𝗎 who has come to bowl after Akhil. Tons of experience for 𝗬𝗎, 880 plus matches and 900 plus wickets, and that's a good leave. The batsman Aswan taking his time. He knew that the pitch conditions are well enough to bat on, but patience is the key. What do you say on a pitch like this?
Yeah, definitely. When you go for a sweep shot, we have seen a couple of LBWs. So when you go for loft, mistiming, and a catch has been taken, so you have to be very, very patient at the crease, and more so you have to be very selective in your shots.
Of course. Santosh and Mohammad Aswan now need good runs for the first wicket, so they won't let the pressure to be on them. Pace from one end and spinner called up from the other end.
That's what Pavan we are talking about. The wicket is helping to both bowler and the batter. If you pitch on the right areas, it's very difficult to the batter to go against that.
We have seen just 2 runs of the first 4 balls. So there are some interesting beginnings by the bowling side. And latches onto that, this time clears the fielder, it's short square leg, short fine leg, finds the boundary line. That's powerfully driven here by Santosh, getting his first boundary.
Look at that, a slightly short pitch delivery, short and pulled away nicely over square leg region. The square leg fielder is there in the circle, but a wideish one to him. He had no chance to stop that.
The width has been utilized. The
This
room
time
created.
he wanted to go for the offside, but not time. 13 runs after completing of 2 overs.
With 6 runs coming off it, after the second over, the score moves on to 13 without a wicket.
Akhil.
13 for no loss in the first 2 overs. The equation, 129 needed from 108. 18 overs remaining, 129 runs to win. with all the wickets in hand.
On paper, the target is looking very easy to chase, but 2-3 quick wickets will make the difference. That's what happened to the Nalgonda when they are batting.
Certainly. And they have been batting on the same scores from the same number of balls. Also thanks to our sponsor Vishaka Industries. They know the value of cricket and the craze it has got in the subcontinent. They're here to support the young players, and in the meantime,
Oh, there is a chance of run out.
and there is a
But
shoot.
had the throw been to the run striker's end,
In fact,
definitely it will be in trouble for Nalgonda, for Adilabad.
Shekhar, it seemed like the batsman hasn't seen the non-striker at all, and by the time he had seen, the non-striker is all the way towards his part.
Yeah, that's what always we keep saying in cricket, that there should be an understanding and coordination between the batters, particularly when you are going for a risky one. That's what we are discussing about. The target not looking big, but 2 quick wickets will make the difference. So always you should be very careful when you are taking a risky one.
Absolutely, this is a challenging target. It's run a ball contest at the moment, 14 balls, 14 runs.
And once again going for a big, missing the line, just swinging the bat, not connecting. The ball kept low. Not that bounce have seen in the first innings. So batsmen should be very, very careful, particularly when the medium pacers are in operation. They expect a bounce from the medium pacer, but the wicket is not producing that kind of bounce.
And Akhil started to show some maturity. In the meantime, that slight misfield doesn't harm the batting side. Due to that, they have taken that single. And it's good to see the guests are still on, watching the match.
Somehow at now both the openers are going for a big hits, big guns. This time nicely connected and
Flicked
flicks
away.
away
Towards
for a
square
boundary
leg.
towards deep mid-wicket region.
With this, the score moves on to 19 with 1 ball remaining in the 3rd over. Mohammad
Hyderabad
Asfan.
is known for his for its flick batters, right from Azharuddin, former India captain, and of course that tradition followed by great, very, very special VVS. So
Yes, he has constructed many special innings. We'll discuss about one of them after the over. With that single, over number 3 has come to an end. And the score moves on to 20 without wicket.
20 runs after 3 overs without any loss to Adilabad. So definitely Nalgonda has to look to get their first on the board.
With this, after the 3rd over, the score moves on to 20 without wicket, 20 for no loss in the first 3 overs. Once again, a warm welcome to all the guests. At the moment, we have got the guests of honor still on for us. Mr. Chandan Kumar Samanta, Executive Director R&T, and Mr. Babar Salim Pasha, NTPC and Power Grid NBC member, and also Senior Secretary All India INTUC, along with the other guests as well, watching the match, getting the close insights of this contest. Thank you so much for being with us. And afternoon we'll be having another precious guest. Amongst the chief guests, we have got 𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗲 𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗲, 𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗲𝗃 will join us soon.
There is a bowling change. 𝘊𝗵𝗆 was given only 1 over. Again, medium pacer has been introduced into the attack. Coming back to that, Hyderabad produced a great players.
Amongst them, VVS Lakshman you are mentioning previously, and he has got many special innings. And how do you describe the 281 at Eden Gardens?
Of course, the Eden Gardens 2001 was very, very special to him. The first innings, India collapsed. He batted in the lower order and he scored a valuable 50 runs in that. Looking at that innings, he was promoted the up order. He had a great partnership with Rahul Dravid. All we call him affectionately the wall of Indian cricket, most dependable.
And if you could recall those moments in that match, India were following on. Yeah, before getting into that, smashed away towards square for 4. Kranti on the second ball, he offers a boundary. Santosh gets his second one using the power play conditions. Yeah, so tell me, Shekhar, India was following on in the first innings and a winning is never expected. So how would you describe that special winning for subcontinent?
I think that's the innings where the cricketing world understand that when you are under pressure, the only way to go for attack, go to aim the bowlers, let it be McGraw, Shane Warne, whoever it is, the big names. You don't look at the name, just you go for that, then automatically bowler will be demoralized, and since then the runs will be leaked. In between, not only depending on the boundaries, they are rightly rotating the strike. Singles are also scoring. They know that 142 is not that big, but not easy also. So the both batters, openers are batting with good command and good understanding. They are waiting for the loose delivery and punishing it to the boundary. Otherwise, they are satisfying with a single. So that's a good batting display at all at the middle now. We are in the NTPC grounds, Ramagundam.
Also, this pair has already added 26. They're going well. Aswan and Santosh. Kranti makes a fine comeback after being hammered for 4. And this one is also too good to watch on. We could see the batsman sticking to the crease, playing the odd balls for 4 and getting some runs and also
recollecting that 2001 Eden Garden historical win, don't forget Harbhajan Singh. Harbhajan Singh also should be given the equal credit to him because he got a hat trick, particularly getting rid of Gilchrist, the wicket-keeper batter, because throughout his career, Gilchrist lost only 3 test matches in his credit. So then he was the very dangerous batter, and Harbhajan Singh got his wicket. So that's all the historical moment and perfect takeoff to the Indian test cricket.
And also at that point of time, Australia had been ruling the globe with cricket for over 2 decades. They've got the dangerous bowlers Shane Warne, McGrath, and still many.
Yeah, it's true. Even that the match, which given a conference to other countries that Australia also be beaten. Meantime, another perfect on drive to mid-on reason for another boundary.
With this, over number 4 has been completed with a spectacular shot for 4 runs.
30 runs on the board without a loss after 4 overs.
It has been an amazing start by the openers. Till now, 4 overs bowled, 30 without wicket, 30 for no loss in the first 4 overs. The 2 strong sides in the tournament. Nalgonda now bowling to Adilabad. The equation, 112 needed from 96. They have got all wickets in hand, 112 from 16 overs.
even when Brandon McCullum taken the charges of England head coach, even in the fourth innings, 300 plus scores were chased successfully.
Great to see that, those chases. And now the bowling of Sainath, who came to bowl 989 matches and 992 wickets. So he's getting close to 1,000 wickets in his career. Lifts it up. It has gone miles away. I think the fielder just becomes a spectator watching the ball sailing over the boundary line for 6 runs. And that is taking on the left-hander just in the initial overs is a sign of dangerous batting. Santosh gets on top of that, hitting that for a massive sixer at long off.
𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗵, no feeling simple, no feeling please don't.
And on the onside, the same batting continues.
On the offside, another off drive. Once against over covers for a maximum, and now it is a beautiful off drive for a boundary. 10 from 2 now. Sanjay, please, positions చెప్పకు నేను చెప్తా. Simple. Positions చెప్పకు.
So that's been splendid batting. Especially by Santosh taking on the new bowler Sainath.
Coming round the stumps, giving some room on the off stop, but straight to the point at field rate point. Look at the fielding positions. A third man in the circle, backward point, point covers, and mid off in the circle. Totally offside, jump packed. So no runs from the offside unless it was in and out.
With this, after the 5th over, the score moves on to 42 for the loss of nothing.
42 for no loss after 5 overs. Still we are 1 over left in the partnership power play. A good partnership is going on. Now these openers are made the target easy.
With this, over number 5 has come to an end. The score moves on to 42 without wicket. 100 runs needed from 90 balls.
Both the openers made the captain 𝗙𝗏 to keep changing his bowlers at regular intervals, so that at least there is a hope to the batters to send in the back foot to understand the bowler's line and length. When things are not in your favor, this is the only way left to the fielding side, the captain to keep changing your bowlers, try to do some variations. Still Nalgonda is looking for their first wicket.
Abdul Zishan, the new man in, comes round the stumps with his left arm. 350 matches, 412 wickets. Best of 6 for 16, economy of just 5.85.
Coming back to that, in cricket so many interesting things happened, so many historical wins, so many historical moments. One is that now of course the BCCI matches, you have a match referee, video analyst, every action being recorded in that. So all the umpires and match referee also will be tested, will be scrutinized. We are talking about another beautiful loft over mid off this time, and the 2 fielders were chasing for that, could not able to stop it to reach the ball boundary. Another welcome boundary to the openers.
That was lifted up and has got 4 runs. It's a masterpiece stroke right from the center of the blade.
That time only match observers were appointed. Even before that, no match observer also. So one match, one particular match, very interesting one.
Slow ball attempt being
I'll come to
successful.
that. Another quick single.
Will they look for the
There is
second?
no backup. So they completed their second. Yeah, if
Yes,
I
the
come back
weight.
to that, the match between Hyderabad and Kerala Ranji Trophy match played at Gymkhana grounds. One of the umpire, Mr. S.K. Sharma from Delhi. Those times umpires were given only train fare, not that luxury of a flight. So they spent 24 hours or more to reach Hyderabad from Delhi. So in the first ball, Hyderabad, the captain Azharuddin faced. There was a nick to the wicket-keeper. There was a strong appeal and a confident appeal by the Kerala bowlers. All the team, in fact, started celebrations because getting a wicket like Ajju Boy is a pride, is a great moment.
Yes.
So they started appealing, but simply S.K. Sharma said, not out. Everyone stunned in the middle. Then when the fielders are asked him, sir, that was a nick now, why you have not given? A strange reply from S.K. Sharma, the umpire. अरे क्या यार मैं 24 घंटा ट्रेन में बैठ के इतनी दूर आया अजहर का बैटिंग देखने लिए तो फर्स्ट बॉल का आउट दे तुम क्या मैं बोल के बोला. So that was the incident, a very funny incident. Meantime, another beautiful cut over backward point for a boundary. Both the batters are getting runs both ways. Let it be onside or offside. Earlier one we have seen one through the mid off region, and now it is the backward point. Backward pointega. Avunu bad ananta area point.
Came up after the boundary single will add number 51, 54. With the sixth over,
64 for no loss after 54 for no loss after 6 overs. The power play has been completed, and right now it is in the favor of Adilabad.
6 overs bowled, the score moves on to 54 without wicket. 54 for no loss after the 6th over. The equation needed 88 from 84 with all wickets in hand.
So there are certain funny incidents happened earlier. Looking at that, BCCI wanted to bring the professionalism in the game, so no lapses. So they started appointing match referees, which they will keep an eye on every ball, and then the video analysts have been introduced. Every ball has to be recorded, and since then the slogan was started, aim for accuracy. That is the cricket now.
That's beautiful to know. Amongst the memories and experiences what we have shared, now we'll let know most of the cricket spectators how aiming for accuracy has come and how transparent umpiring has become.
Yeah, now umpires have to make their own self-assessment, and they have to send it to the BCCI. There is a strong appeal for caught behind, but no move from the umpire Sandeep. But both the wicket-keeper and bowler are very confident, going for a cut, missing the line. The batter was totally beaten on this occasion.
It was a new move in bowling. Mohammad Sitwat wants to prove his worth as a bowler. Will that be taken? And that could have been spectacular if it is grabbed. That will be the first run in the over of a successful attempt And that was done at square leg.
Deep mid wicket fielder are placed it. He is running forward and trying to hold it. Even of course the square leg fielder is also going for that. But there was a chance for the deep mid wicket. It was put down. Once again another sweep, but it was along the ground, so only one run. When target is not big, the fielder should be on their toes at all times, so trying to grab the opportunity which was provided by the batsman, which was not now.
Certainly, Nalgonda will have to look for the wickets. They haven't got one, and this pair has already added 50 plus, where Santosh is leading the card, batting on 37 of 23. Aswan has got an amazing start, 19 from 17, supporting his partner with 3 boundaries.
It's nice to see the rural area players are playing the flick shots very nicely. Not only that, another sweep, but not
Seems
timed well, but still getting one run. Top edge, this time to the third man region.
That has been mistimed, and with that single, the score moves on to 59 without a wicket.
7 completed, 59 on the board without loss. In the previous over, one opportunity was created, but it was put down. Memorial Telangana Inter-District Tournament. You can see the crowd on the screen. Even before you must have seen the flexi on the screen. It is a good move by the Hyderabad Cricket Association and district secretaries, particularly 𝗬𝗏, and of course a special thanks to Telangana Cabinet Minister Sri 𝗀𝗰𝗵𝗃, who initiated that. I know Mr. Vivek, he is always very interested to bring the talent to the open forum. Even when he was Hyderabad the Cricket Association president, he first started TTL, Telangana T20 League. In fact, that was taken off well, but unfortunately that was not continued. It is more or less the replica of that tournament, the idea. It is more expanded. The tournament is spread into the districts, and the organizers are decided to have the tournament on only turf wickets. So many changes in the tournament now.
So far, the equation aided 83 from 76. 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 bowling his third over. Despite of being expensive in the first over, he turned out to be well economical.
Nice to see good number of spectators has turned up to the ground. I still remember when that Sri Lanka A team toured to this venue for a 5 one-days. So close to 9 to 10,000 people turned over. So that was a big tournament for NTPC. NTPC sponsored that tournament.
That's a pleasure to know. This one lifted up, that must be taken.
This is the first one for Nalgonda. Going for another big, not getting the time well. Fielder waiting at extra covers, and a simple catch to him.
So that will be the first breakthrough for Adilabad. They were in the process of making 142. They made successful 60 for the first wicket. Akhil gets off the mark with this wicket, 2.4, 1 for 14. Mohammad Aswan has to depart A well-made 20 has come to an end.
And even during that Sri Lanka A and India A team tournament, 5 one-days have been played, sponsored by NTPC. All 5 matches, I was the official at one end, but the tournament was happened in April. So we all know that Ramagundam is having the highest temperature. So at the end of the match, by evening, my partners will collapse, and there is a call to the Hyderabad, and again another umpire will be called up. Second day another umpire will join with me, and again he will collapse, and again third umpire, another umpire. Like 5 one-days, I have 5 partners. Looking at that, the general manager of NTPC is very impressed, and of course that time he given me a special cash prize. A great moment for me, great experience for me.
That's amazing. You have shared the work with 5 partners, and you're the same one. The 5 have been replaced, but you have made that partnership in umpiring.
Yeah, that's what, because always I believe in that. Whichever the field you are, once you accepted the job, you have to do that till the end. That is of course, that is the secret of my success. So once I accept a job, irrespective of the condition, I try to give my 100%.
Greatly said. Next to bat here came Sai Krishna Reddy, close to 500 matches experience in this one, surprising the batsman and also the keeper. That will reach the boundary. Brilliant stuff to end. With this 8th over completed, and the score moves on to 64 for loss of a wicket.
Another opportunity was created, 64 for 1, but if you look at the last ball of the last over, previous over, the last ball, the bowler getting a good outswing. The batsman wanted to guide the ball towards third man region.
Yes, the boundary
And
he
edge
made.
to the wicket keeper, but it was put down. A lucky one to the batter.
With that third man boundary, after the 8th over, the score moves on to 64 for the loss of a wicket. Runs to get 78 from 72 with 9 wickets in hand. The score is 64 for 1.
Due to the fog, the morning match toss delayed, and the start of the match has delayed by one hour, but still they are having a full quota of 20 overs. Once again, it is a gentle reminder to all the viewers, the cricket lovers. The match is being played here between Adilabad and Nalgonda. So morning, Nalgonda captain invited the Adilabad team to bat first, and all the bowlers are in their target. They restricted the Adilabad Nalgonda for a cheap 141. So now Adilabad chase is also going in right way. They lost only 1 wicket. The strong foundation was laid on.
It is Santosh taking the lead with the runs, 39 from 29, striking with 135. The first 2 balls have been dot by Kranti, who is bowling his 2nd over. Has been a bit expensive in the first. Puts it down for a single. Long off cuts that.
The long off and long on fielders are waiting, and even there is a fielder at deep mid wicket. Both the third man and fine leg are in the circle. There is a fielder waiting at the backward point for a cut, and of course for a drive. 𝗀𝗶𝗃𝗲 is there. So a perfect fielding placement.
Before Kranti, it was Akhil who has bowled 3 overs, taking that first wicket. So has got 6 more balls. and the team will definitely expect more from him. And with some decent reading on the ball, he has a quick single. The fielder has been with a better shoot, but direct one could have been a bit troubling for the batting side.
Good backup this time. Otherwise, it would have gone for a boundary overthrow. So total 5 runs may be recorded, but good backup at the end.
Santosh playing a responsible innings. He entered the 40s, batting on 40 from 30. Puts it down the ground with some cracking noise of the bat. He gets a single there towards mid-wicket. Kranti bowling so well, especially in the second over. He has conceded just 3 singles of the last 3 balls and started with 2 dots. Adilabad will have to make 75 more. Looking like a successful chasing team twice in the previous game. This one is useful, and that will finish as a dot with this athletic effort of the wicket-keeper. 9th over being completed. The score moves on to 67 for 1.
67 for 1 after completing of 9 overs.
9 overs completed, score is 67 for 1. Equation 75 needed from 66. 75 from 11 overs. The required run rate is close to 7, close to 7.5. You have got 9 wickets in hand, Adilabad.
Another change in the bowling. Akhil is the bowler. Of course, in the com box, there is another Akhil. He is the scorer from Hyderabad Cricket Association. Waiting for the last minute to cut, but a beautiful slower one.
Akhil probably likes to finish his spell with more wickets, as he has got 1, which was the wicket of Aswan. But since then, we haven't seen much wickets. It's important for Nalgonda to take 1 or 2 to get back the rhythm in the game, and this one is too good to watch. That's delightful. That will be the second breakthrough. Once again from the same bowler. Akhil strikes twice. Loss of wicket number 2.
A good glove work behind the stumps. Going for a big nick. And straight into the wicket-keeper's hand. Look at that. A shot of good length delivery going to clear the covers region. But a big nick to the wicket-keeper. They lost their second.
And there also a precious wicket. So that has been the wicket of Santosh. The wicket-keeper batsman has made 41 from 33. That's a good take by Srinath Yadav. And the wicket for Akhil. Can this be the turnout in the game? Now both the openers back to the dugout because of Akhil. Nalgonda still believe in their chances. This is going to be a balanced game for either sides.
Yeah, with this dismissal, now the game become more interested. It is now equally balanced. The pendulum of the wall clock now moving left to right, right to left.
Harsha Reddy, the next one to represent 100 plus matches, and he has got 2000 plus runs, averaging 25 and strike rate of 100. So he can help his partner Harsha Reddy and Sai Krishna Reddy now likely to chase a target. They need 75 more, 75 from 64.
On paper, it may looking the required rate below 6, but you never know. 2-3 more quick wickets definitely will change the course of the game. That's why always we keep saying that cricket is glorious uncertainty. Even if you remember the South Africa-India one day, Sachin, he wanted the captain, he asked the captain to bowl and he restricted the South African to score those 5 runs from that last over, and he won the game for India.
That was purely magical. It was never expected, India winning against South Africa.
That's the reason the cricketing world call Sachin as the cricket god. Always he takes up the responsibility from the odds, gives so many wins to India. That's another example. He is not only with the bat, sometimes with the ball also he given wins to the country.
Also, with that single, Harsha Reddy started his account. They have been close to the halfway mark. Akhil has got 2 balls to finish his spell, 3.42 for 19. Can he do more magic, which his team expected? And this one is at the decent line. With the consistency from Akhil, we could see a dot. Last ball from him. So the batsman would be cautious. They've got 10 overs left and 7.4 the needed run rate.
Akhil is the successful bowler for Adilabad now. So batsman knows that. They are playing a defensive shot. Once again it is nicely bowled. A puller one and chance of run out. Yes! He played the ball nicely, but going for a run, and wicket keeper doing the rest of the work. They lost their third by form of run out. Look at that replay. A ball pitching in the black hole, nicely played, no doubt in that. He defended it nicely, but going for a single, not looking at the fielder who is coming to that, and even his partner not responded. So resulting another wicket, and after 10 overs 58 for 3, the halfway gone. 68 for 3.
With that wicket finish after the 10th over, the score moves on to 68 for 3.
Just before that, we are talking about Akhil's bowling ability. He is the strike bowler so far for and the batter has to keep an eye on him. There was a hurry which is not required, which is not really needed. They gone for a quick single and resulting run out.
The runs needed are 74 from 10 overs. New man to bat is 𝗃𝗃. 74 from 10 overs with 7 wickets in hand.
In this format, just above 7 required rate is not any dangerous one. You can chase it very easily. Only thing is you have to be more selective, and this time nicely cut over power point fielder. Another quick single.
And the fielder from the boundary line, Harris. It's an interesting contest as the wickets are going down. Adilabad will have to think twice while scoring the runs. Harsha Reddy, the new man, has got a single.
2. They completed the second run very quickly. By the time the fielder comes in and fields, run for a throw, they completed 2 runs.
That was a successful couple of runs towards deep backward point.
That's greatly done. In the zone to trouble the batsman. Kranti being very consistent with the line, offering just 6 runs and over, 2.3, 15 runs. He deserves a wicket, looking for his first. So what kind of mindset now Adilabad has to project?
Nothing, they have to bowl to the basics. Stick on to your line and land. Let the batter do some mistake. Keep the pressure on. But another dot ball straight into the fielder at long on. When the things are under control, the batsmen need not show any hurriness.
And after that couple of runs, we have seen dots, 2 of them. He's running with lots of speed, lifted in the air. This should be taken, easiest of chances. Great grabbing there. Adilabad lose their 4th.
Look at that dismissal, a puller length delivery wide off stump line, going on to the back foot, making room and going for a cut. A simple catch at the end in the circle. They lost their 4.
Adilabad seems to be in trouble, and what a terrific counter-attack here by Nalgonda. At some stage they haven't taken a wicket till the 60s, but since then it's glorious to watch the bowlers, especially Akhil taking those 3 wickets in his spell.
2 to his credit and 1 run out. So overall Akhil made the damage in his spell. He got 3 wickets. Of course, he really deserved the 3rd one also, but that run out will not be credited to the bowler's account.
"94 matches, 877 runs for the new batsman Ashwik, and we have seen him impressive as a bowler with his spin, with his turn. Now he has to contribute the same with the bat. The left-hander.
Unfortunately, the cricket is a batter's game, so bowlers have limited roles. Even the credit of the wicket is also, if you look at total 10 dismissals are in the cricket, out of which the bowler will get only 5 credits. So it is somehow.
And one of the easiest takes we have seen before. At short point, the catch offered by Harsha Reddy. Now he's being replaced by Ashwik. He has got off the mark on the first ball, and Nikhil Sai, the other new campaigner for Adilabad, hasn't faced a single ball. A new pair at the center, and they need 71 from 55. Seems to be tough and challenging.
I understand the dismissal like handle the ball, or but that's dismissal like obstructing the field or rated hard. Even the batsman got injured by the bowler's bouncer or something. But the really a big question, a debatable point is why not the handle the ball will be given the credit to the bowler, because the bowler's clever delivery, the batsman played a defensive shot, still the ball is going to onto the stumps. To protect that, the bowler, the batsman will use his hand. So that means all that action till that last action.
Yeah, before getting to that context, there is more to discuss, and the score is 11 overs completed. The score is 72 for 4. And with that single towards short mid wicket, the team score moves on to 72 for 4. Adilabad still have to make
70 runs from 54 balls. The required run rate is close to 8 runs and over with 6 wickets in hand.
So coming to that point, when we have stopped at the last ball of the previous over,
Yeah.
that handle the ball should be added to the bowler's credit, what I feel. Of course, there are very limited occasions, very few occasions happened in the entire 150 years of cricket.
Yes, your views must be ideal and officially coming up. We hope that for that to happen.
Yeah, of course, only Mohindra Amarnath is the one who got out in that passion from Indian cricket.
After watching so many cricketers from the last 30-40 years, I guess you have been watching cricket.
Of course, I have been in the 35 years in the cricket.
And tell me one good batsman who is much impressive to you.
Of course, there are so many, so you cannot pick only one, because across the globe there are so many players who really given the life to the game, right from take 𝗀𝗶𝗃𝗲 for an instant, because he was the one who really given the interest to the Indian public into the game, winning World Cup in 1983.
Yeah.
And in even, of course, that Indian master, always great, Sunny. And of course, he is really courageous, not wearing a helmet throughout his career, facing the speedsters like Robert, Lilly, Michael Holding. That's the reason Gavaskar was given a great honor in
Yes.
Caribbean islands, one of the lane named against Sunil Gavaskar. If you go to the West
Wonderful.
Indies, you can find Sunil Gavaskar line.
Tremendous to know that. The cricket lovers will definitely take your point. Smashed away nicely, and the fielder at mid-wicket will cut it on for a single. With his 12th over has come to an end. The score moves on to 77 for 4. After the 12th over, the score moves on to 77 for 4. 77 for 4 in 12 overs. The equation needed 65 from 48 with 6 wickets in hand. Yeah, Shekhar, you have been telling that in Caribbean also Sunil Gavaskar hadn't wore a helmet. So there are also some dangerous bowling lineup compared to Australia also, West Indies. How would you describe them during the time of 70, 75?
Those days cricket is because no covers on a
Yeah.
raw wicket, unprepared wicket, you have to be played. There is a flash stumping and appeal, but of course the batter is well within his ground, so no damage done. Going for a big, missing the line, but very active behind the stumps, the wicket keeper.
Nikhil Sai has been very sharp. He's sharp enough to get back in time. He tried the shot, he anticipated, and then he has got back to the crease, put the bat in time. By the time the wicketkeeper has got off the bails, 𝗬𝗎 is bowling his second over. Not a bad start. 1.16 runs he has offered. 65 from 47.
So another great in the cricket history, Vivian Richards, Viv Richards. He also never wore a helmet entire his career. So these two legends, one from India, the little master Sunil Gavaskar, and the other one is Viv Richards. Really, they were very courageous, and how that courageousness comes, how that confidence comes, because they are the good pickers of the delivery. They have a good eye contact. They can assume how the ball will be released and where it will be pitched. So that's the reason they were not got hurt during their batting time, and they never wore it, the helmet.
Pleased to know about them. And also, there was another legendary batsman, Sir Don Bradman, averaging the highest in Test till now, close to 100 average, 99.94. How could you describe this particular legendary player?
Of course, Bradman has his own. This time,
And the
he got it,
bails,
and umpire 𝗀𝗁𝗃 has no hesitation to lift his finger clearly out of the crease, going for another drive, inviting the batsman to drive, miss the line, and the rest of the work done by wicket-keeper. Look at that, the replay. Yes, he is going for a drive, missing the line. The keeper behind the stumps made the rest of the job. So now Adilabad lost their 5.
Srinath Yadav has been spectacular behind the stumps. With a sharp glove work, they have grabbed the wicket number 5. It means half of the side back to the dugout. It means 62 more runs from 41 balls. And losing 5 wickets is a trouble. And this one must be close.
Yes, another one. We are talking about that. The pressure, how it will reflected. Runs are not coming easily. So just tapped it and wanted to finish a run. This time the bowler in his follow through nicely picked up and uprooted the bails in time. Look at that replay. It's not that easy to a medium pacer to pick the ball in his follow through and throw onto the stumps. But they lost their 6. Look at that, look at that. It's very joyful to watch this replay.
That will be end of batsman number 6 for Adilabad. Troubles increased, 6 wickets just for 19 runs, which won't be expected by any side. Nalgonda is able to do that successfully. Kranti, probably into his last over, has already taken 1 wicket. Ashwik has to depart. Vinay, the new man in matches of 165, scoring 2,500 plus runs. Any batsman who comes in, I feel they need to rotate the strike and 1 batsman to take on hitting the big runs.
Right from the day 1 of this KAKA Venkateswamy Memorial Telangana Inter-District T20 League, I keep on saying that transformation of Nalgonda, another good field. He stopped 1 run, he saved 1 run to his side. Almost he is running from the backward point to point region, rather point to backward region to stop that boundary.
The placement has been good, and the fielder has certainly saved a single at deep backward point. With these 3 runs, the score moves on to 83. Vinay has got off the mark with that.
It's
Ismail
very interesting
Ahmed
to see that the fielding position, the deep square leg fielder and the deep point fielder standing like straight line drawn on the field. So both are almost
quicker.
at the square. Another chance.
They've
But
got
this
some
time the throw very wide to the stumps.
They've got some protection for the ball, so the overthrow won't be there for the single scored on the recent ball. 4 runs of the last 2 balls. This is something Adilabad will like it. But fall of wickets will definitely put them onto the back foot. They'll be thinking twice before taking on the chances. And as you said, the shot selection going on the wrong way.
Once again, going for a big hit, not looking at the line of the delivery.
This is going to be an impressive finish. Kranti 3.5, 1 for 22. This will be the last ball of his spell. Economy of 5.7, which is found less in this format.
As we all know that cricket is a team game. At present, the Nalgonda is doing really good teamwork.
Single-handed attempt, and that slight misfield will cause the second run.
This is the end of the over. 86 on the board after end of 14 overs.
With that couple of runs towards backward point on the last ball, the score moves on to 86 for 6 after 14 overs. Adilabad will have to make 56 from 36 with 4 wickets in hand. So the pressure seems to be building up on Adilabad. Nalgonda bowling well.
Really, that is an amazing development in Nalgonda team, because I have been watching this district cricket for so many years. If you ask me to name the years, right from 1990 I am watching the district cricket. At all times, whatever the tournament happens, irrespective of the format, whether it is one day, T20 or multiple day, always Nalgonda stood at the bottom of the table. But now you look at this transformation.
Tremendous. So since 1990 you said, most of the youngsters were not born at that point of time.
1990, October 17th is a memorable day for me, because I started first my umpiring on that day.
My goodness. It's really a big pleasure sharing the commentary box with you, because you have been working since I have been not introduced to this planet.
Thank you, Pawan. Since then, of course, 25 years I was the umpire. 2015 I stopped umpiring. In 1997, and I am the first one to qualify for the BCCI examination, the scorers and statistician examination.
Credits to you. Things getting really tougher for Adilabad now. They want to hit that big. Vinay looking to take on the risk, but he doesn't meet the bat. 𝗵𝗊𝗃𝗃, despite of being expensive in the first over, he has offered just 3 runs in the over. 2 runs at deep backward square leg and a single towards covers. But now a dot in progress, which is now building up the pressure. 53 from 33. He's coming round the stumps. Edge, will that be taken? It was
good
a great
effort,
attempt.
the leaving edge, but only 1 run.
That has been mistimed by Vinay. However, he manages to get a single for that. And that was close to the third man region, where the fielder has got a bit of touch to the ball. But things turning out to be difficult. 10 runs needed every over. Singles won't panic the team of Nalgonda.
They have to be careful with the boundaries. What do you say?
Yeah, definitely now singles, even 6 runs in an over. Of course, even 7 runs, 1 additional run will not be pressure the fielding side. The Nalgonda right now on the track now, so they won't mind giving singles. This time batsman danced down the track and going for a big, and another missed time. Only 1 run.
The initial stance of the batsman made it look it was travelling for a boundary, but later that missed time has made it as a single. With that, 15th over has come to an end. The score moved on to 92 for 6.
After the 15th over, the score is 92 for 6. Adilabad requires 50 from 30 with exactly 10 runs and over and 4 wickets in hand. 50 from 30.
Still it is an interesting contest, because in T20 format 1 over will change the entire course of the game. So definitely Adilabad is waiting for that. 15-16 runs over definitely will make the difference.
If Nalgonda can win this game, this is going to be a successful restriction, that is on or an ordinary score. They'll be the team winning first, scoring just 140.
Even earlier, of course, we have seen 150 target and restricted the opponent for 147. That's okay, but below 150, restricting them is definitely a good team effort.
Singles are on. Two balls, 2 runs towards mid-off and mid-wicket. Sikandar into his second over. 8 balls, 7 runs. Vinay and Ismail share 1 single each. Pressure getting developed. 10.3 the needed run rate. 48 from 28. So definitely Adilabad will have to be explosive. They need to score a 6, at least 1 or 2 for every 2 overs.
Every over requires minimum a boundary now.
Lifts it up in the air. I think that has gone all the way, clearing the fielders, and that's maximum. And that also brings up the team's 100 with that powerful shot towards deep square leg. What a way to get the 100 mark.
Generally, we keep saying commentators' cars, but this is called telepathy. When we are talking about the big hits, the batsman must have heard that. He gone for a big.
Greatly said.
And that brings up the 100 for the team. 100 for 6 and 15.3.
Lifts it up once again. That's an interesting phrase you said, telepathy, which is implemented now. The score, the Vinay, the batsman, scored that 6. 41 needed from 26. A bit of drop down in the run rate, so they need more. Punches that hard, and they might look for the second. They have to, and they will. They will get. The dugout is happier. With that couple of runs scored by Ismail, and the placement is good there towards the wide long on region. One ball remaining for the second over finish of Sikandar. He hasn't found a wicket. Smashed hard, that will be another single to finish. With that single, the runs move on to 104 for 6 after the 16th over.
With that single, the score moves on to 104 for 6. Adilabad will have to make 38 from 24. Required run rate just dropped down to 9.5. as the previous over contained 12 runs. 38 from 24 with 4 wickets in hand.
Still the broadcaster is very impressive with that last ball of the previous over. He keep on showing that on the screen. A beautiful square cut by the bowler, by the batsman. Definitely that would have gone to the boundary, but of course only 1 run, but very good looking shot.
Yes. Now 𝗬𝗺𝗲 is called up. What a fine start. 2.1 wickets, that's 8 runs. And the first one, he has tempted the batsman to offer some shot, but missed it entirely.
In this tournament, 𝗬𝗺𝗲 has some good memories, particularly against Khammam. He bowled 4 overs, 22 runs and 3 wickets. So once again, that kind of spell is required for his team from 𝗬𝗺𝗲. Very vast, experienced player who plays for 3 days at Hyderabad League.
Great. With that single towards mid-wicket. Now there is a reverse sweep attempt. I think the fielder has got that confidence. And also the bowler joins. But both of them can't convince the umpire.
It's a good decision because most of the times even the air between the glove and the whole bat handle, some sound will be produced.
It's nice to listen the very particular minute thing you have said. But sometimes umpires get carried away with the appeals made, but we have got some quality umpiring over here.
That comes with the experience, of course, over match by match, understanding the situations, and this time
will be given by the umpire, so he won't mind raising the finger. Seems like a healthy edge and a sharp take by the keeper. Srinath Yadav once again gets into the action. He's proactive every now and then. That's a good combination by them. Srinath Yadav joining initially Akhil, the wicketkeeper batsman who was the top scorer with 41, that is Santosh. And this wicket of Ismail Ahmed. Once again, troubles would continue for the team of Adilabad, 106 for 7 in 16.5. So, you being an umpire, how do you describe the quality presence of these two umpires on the match?
of course they are in the top 5 in the recently conducted umpiring examination, and these two also have appeared for the BCCI level 1 umpiring examination. So they are one of the best and one of the experienced umpires from Hyderabad Cricket Association, and these two are really doing good job at the middle, and that Sandeep is also, his father is also an umpire. So
yes, we'll get back to that for sure. In the meantime, Adilabad has scored 107 for 7 in 17 overs. Adilabad's score is 107 for 7, 17 overs completed. Still 35 needed from 18. 3 overs, 35 runs to get with the needed run rate of 11.7.
close the rate at 12. Definitely is a challenge total now for the batsman. Jishan has been brought back into the attack. The successful bowler, the left-hander, this time a short pitch delivery starting with, and no doubt nicely picked up and sent it for the boundary line for a maximum.
Yeah, Zishan has
Boundary in
been...
the first ball of the over. 6. Yeah, that's what. A 6.
And that too came of the recent batsman, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Will that be taken? Yes, it is. The fielder doesn't make a mistake. So that will be end of wicket number 8 for Adilabad after that big 6. And that has been a spectacular take by the fielder, standing at short third man. Great take by 𝗙𝗃𝗃, the skipper. And he is the reason at the moment producing the wicket number 8. 𝗵𝗆𝗆 has got off the mark with his first wicket. Despite of being expensive, he has taken that wicket, 2.21 for 24.
On this occasion, you look at that wicket fall, definitely the credit to be given to the captain, because he kept the fielder within the circle, the third man. Generally at this point of game, captains will look to stop the boundaries and they keep the fielders at the boundary line, but a clever captaincy, undoubtedly. Very good captain, one of the best captain from the districts, definitely I can say that.
Certainly true. The captain, 𝗙𝗃𝗃, and as you said, usually against the team like Adilabad, they will be having a defensive mindset, but as you said, has got an attacking mindset. And that has been the reason they have taken 8 wickets for the last 53 runs.
Yeah, because once the power play is over, the overs really, the asking rate is climbing up at every over. So the bowlers are forced the batters to go for big shots, which is no alternative for them.
New man in is Navdeep, 136 matches, 3,000 plus runs. He needs to produce the needed runs. High in the air, will land safe and might be a boundary and will be. A bit of luck is added. What you say for that?
Yeah, of course. 3 fielders are running for that. Perfect timing this is. First it is nicely landed at a safest place, and with the timing, the ball runs away to the boundary.
Yes, at the deep backward point region, 3 fielders making an attempt, trying their best, but the ball has won the race. Seems to be a faster outfield this soil.
Yeah, because even if you look at the surface, it is slightly upper side, so there is a clear down towards the boundary line, all corners of the ground. A good drainage system has been maintained, but that will be help to the batters sometimes to get those type of quick runs.
And
they are looking for the second, but nicely sent back by the striker. Only 1 run.
It is Vinay who is very confident that they can't take the second, where Navdeep was a bit excited to take on the second one for the hit he made. Finally transforms as a single towards covers. So situation seems to be balanced again, 24 from 14. We could see the bowler bowling slow balls around the stumps, but the batsman is able to read the ball for a single, and umpire.
As
Would signal
we all
something.
discussed about, 1 big over will make the change. That is what happening now. In spite of taking a wicket, the runs are coming. No dot balls have been registered now. Before
Yes.
that, already 1-6 and a boundary scored.
High in the
This
air.
time, but of course, it is very far to the fielder at point boundary. So only 1 run.
A couple of bounces in front of the fielder. That completes the over number 18. The score moves on to 120 for 8 with that single towards backward point. With 13 runs and a wicket off it, after the 18th over, the score moves on to 120 for the loss of 8 wickets. Adilabad will have to make 22 from 12, scoring 11 and over and 2 wickets in hand. 22 from 12.
अरे वो भी लाइव पे जाएगा भाई.
Also, we request the next two teams captains to be ready for the toss, and also please report with your playing 11. That's high in the air. That may not be taken, but will produce a couple of runs. Seems like, since you're saying about the backup thing, now Nalgonda has focused on that and they're having the backups without offering those overthrow runs.
Yes, that's more important at this point of the game, and the penultimate over will be the crucial. So, always the 19th over or 49th over will be the deciding factor of that fate of the game.
Certainly. 1 over before the last over will be the decider, as the last over can be full of pressure on either sides, and now the pressure is being shifted onto the batsmen. They have taken initially 2 runs on the second ball and then a single, now a dot. It means 3 runs of the last 4 balls. What an improvement here by Nalgonda. They're impressive, especially Shivudu. As you said, he's consistent, he's able to take the wickets, he's proving his worth as he played many games in many areas previously.
Yeah, now the experience is counting. 3 dots in a row.
And with those 3 dots, the score moves on to 123 for 8 in 19 overs.
So, it is 19 runs required from the 6.
What a big turnout in the contest. 1 over before the last over, that is in over number 19, only 3 runs offered. Shivudu has completed his spell, 4 overs, 2 for 14. Here comes the last over with 19 runs needed to win. Can Adilabad handle the pressure and score the runs, or will it be the fight back of Nalgonda? We need to wait and see. 19 from 6.
Jason is ready to bowl his last over and the last over of the match. Straight away, first ball providing a wicket. Another missed time hit. Akhil is the catcher.
That's brilliant take. 𝗵𝗃 fighting well in the second half with his bowling. That will be 2 wickets in 7 balls for 𝗵𝗃. Sai Charan will be the new man, replacing Pranay Matthews, the 6 maker. The match seems to be dominated by the bowling side. Despite of losing the toss, Adilabad losing their way to win. So 19 from 5. I feel someone should bat like MS Dhoni in this context of the game to make the team win.
Yeah, now we have to find who is the finisher of the game. Straight away trying for a slack sweep, rather dil scoop, but straight into the keeper's glove.
𝗵𝗃 is coming like a razor bullet in his second spell. He didn't offer too many runs, but has taken 2 wickets, laying a strong foundation for a big win in this ordinary scoring game. 19 from 4. Missed everything. The batsman feeling the pressure. Any new batsman can't score the big runs, and that too being a tail-ender, it is difficult for Sai Charan.
100% first ball wicket, though the remaining 2 deliveries, 2 dots.
Now 3 sixes will draw the game, so they need 3 sixes and 1 extra run for sure.
So for now, out of 3, only 2 results are possible. If they hit the 3 sixers, match will end in a tie. Otherwise, Nalgonda will win. But of course, now even that tie situation is also gone, unless the bowler bowled a wide boundary and another two wides like, but for two list-mated deliveries, it's very, very
Now
difficult.
the situation is 18 from 2, which never happened in cricket history from the past 150 years.
No, but there is another format, another game that is the cricket for visually challenged, the blind cricket. If a totally blind B1 player hits a 6, that will be double to the total. That is the interest of the blind cricket. That is the
Wow.
goodness in the blind cricket. To promote that, the rules have been framed like. So, if you hit a 4, it will be 8 to the total. So, only in that format, this situation is possible.
Great to know that. A new point added for the regular cricketers. 125 for 9 in this one-sided contest. Nalgonda is going to have a spectacular finish. This is going to be a big shot, and that will be one step carry to the fielder. So 126 on the board now. A single score towards mid-on.
So, being a commentators, it is our duty to give the maximum information to the viewers so that they will understand the game and they will enjoy the statistics and everything. So, that is what actually always we keep trying ourselves to educate the viewers and to give more information as much as we can.
Absolutely. Here comes the last ball, and that will be the finish. Nalgonda winning this match by 15 runs, where Adilabad stopped on 126 for 9. They won the toss but didn't win the game. Adilabad, this time, the third chase they are making on didn't go in their favor. So hearty congratulations, team of Nalgonda, for a spectacular win with the ball.
There is a double header, afternoon another match. So, till then, before that, of course, the presentation ceremony will take place.
Hearty
Till then,
congratulations.
please stay tuned.
Hearty congratulations, Nalgonda. So this is the first time the score of around 140 has been successfully protected. Describing the scorecard, Santosh and Aswan, the two batsmen, the openers scored the top runs, adding 60 for the first wicket. But since then, we have seen 9 wickets for 66 runs. Great initiative, great going in the middle overs by Prakash, the skipper. So that has been a comprehensive victory for one of the visiting sides, Nalgonda, protecting the score of 141. So viewers, just stay tuned. We'll get back with the presentation ceremony. So that actually a glorious victory by NALGONDA. Making a successful protection of the score and a 14-1. Restricting ADILABAD.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, final we are over against Mr. Krishna, General Secretary, 𝗬𝗏. In the presence of Mr. 𝗪𝗏, all his heads, it is heads. So, Khammam team has won the toss. What do you choose? You are going to successfully explain any changes in this team. Okay, all the best. Okay, Karim, what will be your opinion if you are on the toss? Okay, so any changes you have made? Okay, I wish you all the best. So we thank the guests for joining us. Yes, that's it. So news from the center. Community has won the toss and they wanted to bat first. We request Khammam openers to be ready. At the playing field of Karimnagar, please sit soon.